there, English learners. Welcome back to Englicity, where we don't just learn English, we live it. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into something that every English learner faces, no matter where they're from or what their level is. I'm talking about confidence, specifically, confidence in speaking English fluently. Let me start with a story. A few years ago, I met a guy named Arjun. Now, Arjun was brilliant. He could write in English like a pro. He could understand everything I said in English, and he had a dream to go abroad for his master's degree. But every time he had to speak English in front of someone, he would freeze. His hands would sweat, his heart would race, and suddenly, all those beautiful words and grammar rules would disappear from his brain. Does that sound familiar? You see, Arjun's problem wasn't a lack of knowledge. It wasn't even his grammar or vocabulary. His real enemy was fear. The fear of judgment, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of sounding wrong. And that's what we're going to crush today. Now I want you to do something. Close your eyes, okay? Not literally if you're walking or driving, but imagine this. You walk into a room full of people. They're all native English speakers. You stand tall, you smile, and you speak English fluently, clearly, and confidently. Every word rolls off your tongue naturally. They nod, they listen, and you feel powerful. Feels good, doesn't it? That version of you is not a fantasy. It's real. It's possible. But to get there, we need to do some mindset work first. Let's break this whole confidence thing down. First off, understand this truth. Confidence is not a personality trait. It's a skill. That means you don't have to be born confident to speak English confidently. You build it. Just like going to the gym to build muscles, you go through daily actions to build confidence. So, where do we begin? We begin with your belief system. Right now, your brain might be telling you, I can't speak like native speakers. I always make mistakes. I sound funny. I'm too shy. And you know what? Those thoughts are poison. Absolute poison. Because here's the secret. Your brain believes whatever you repeat to it. If every day you tell yourself, I'm bad at English, your brain will look for evidence to prove you right. But if you start telling yourself, I'm learning, I'm improving, I'm getting better every day, your brain will start building new neural pathways, and that will reflect in your speech. So here's your first assignment. Not a grammar rule, not a pronunciation drill, but a belief rewrite. From today onwards, you will say this to yourself every single morning. I am becoming confident in English. I may make mistakes, but I am improving every single day. Say it like you mean it. Look in the mirror and say it with a smile. Now let's move to the next part, fear of judgment. Why are we so scared of speaking English? Think about it. It's not the language itself, it's the people. It's the fear of being laughed at. It's the fear of someone pointing out your mistake. It's the fear of someone correcting your grammar mid-sentence. But let me ask you, have you ever laughed at someone who's learning your native language? Probably not. In fact, when someone tries to speak your language, don't you feel impressed? Don't you appreciate the effort? That's exactly how most people feel when you speak English. They don't care if you make a few mistakes. In fact, native speakers admire your courage. They understand your learning. And to be honest, even native English speakers make grammar mistakes. Yes, you heard that right. I've heard people born and raised in English-speaking countries say things like, he don't know, or me and him went to the store. Mistakes happen. And guess what? The world doesn't end. Let's move to something even more powerful, the art of speaking imperfectly. What if I told you that the fastest way to become confident in speaking English is by speaking it badly? Yes, speak badly. Speak with broken sentences. Speak with wrong grammar. But just speak. There's a beautiful quote that I absolutely love. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You want to be fluent? Then stop waiting for perfection. Stop waiting for the right word or the right grammar rule to fall from the sky. Just open your mouth and speak. Let me give you a powerful exercise. It's called the mirror talk technique. Every day for 5 minutes, stand in front of the mirror and talk in English. Talk about your day. Talk about your dreams. Talk about your favorite food. Doesn't matter. Just talk. Why a mirror? Because when you speak while looking at yourself, you get used to your own voice. You become comfortable with how you sound, and that builds self-trust. Here's an example. You stand in front of the mirror and say, "Today I wake up early. I drink tea. I feel happy. I go college." It's not perfect grammar, but you did it. You spoke. And tomorrow you'll say, "Today I woke up early. I drank some tea. I felt happy. I went to college." And that, my friend, is progress. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Now, here's a secret weapon I used when I was building my own fluency: shadowing. Shadowing is when you listen to a native English speaker and repeat everything they say immediately after them, like a shadow. Find a video. Could be a TED Talk, a movie scene, or a YouTube vlog. Play a sentence, pause, and repeat. For example, they say, "I'm really excited to be here today." You pause and say, "I'm really excited to be here today." Same tone, same rhythm, same emotion. It feels awkward in the beginning, but it's incredibly powerful. It trains your brain to speak without translating in your head. It builds your spoken fluency muscle. And here's another tip. Start with simple words. You don't need fancy vocabulary to sound confident. In fact, confidence comes from clarity, not complexity. Say things like, "I like this. That's interesting. I don't know the answer, but I'd love to learn. I'm not sure, but I can try." Short, simple, powerful sentences. The more you use them, the more natural you'll sound. Confidence isn't about always knowing the answer. It's about being okay with not knowing and still showing up. And before we wrap up this first part, I want to leave you with a story that always gives me goosebumps. There was a girl named Aisha from a small town. She barely spoke English, but she had a dream: to become a travel vlogger. She started posting videos in broken English, nervous and unsure. People laughed. Some criticized her accent, but she kept going. One video, one sentence, one small improvement at a time. Today, she has over 1 million followers. She gets invited to speak in universities. Her English isn't perfect, but her confidence, rock solid. That's the power of speaking anyway. Speak scared, speak broken, speak unprepared. But speak, because every time you do, you become more powerful than your fear. We'll continue this journey in part 2, where I'll share some advanced confidence hacks, ways to practice with real people, how to create an English-speaking environment even if you live in a non-English speaking country, and how to stop translating in your head forever. But before you start part 2, remember this. You are not behind. You are not bad at English. You are on your way, and your journey is worth it. I believe in you. Now let's dive into part 2. In part 1, we talked about mindset, belief systems, fear of judgment, the power of speaking imperfectly, mirror talk, and shadowing. In this part, we're going deeper. Let's begin with a very important truth. You don't learn to speak English just by learning English. You learn to speak English by using English. That's the golden rule. So, let's look at some advanced confidence hacks to help you use English more often and more naturally. Hack number 1, create your own English bubble. If you live in a place where nobody speaks English, don't worry. You don't need the environment. You create the environment. Here's how. Change your phone language to English. Watch English YouTube channels every day. Follow Instagram pages that post English quotes, tips, or vocabulary. Join Facebook groups for English learners and start commenting. Listen to English podcasts while walking, cooking, or before bed. The goal? Surround your brain with English so it becomes your second nature. Imagine your brain like a sponge. It soaks up whatever it's dipped in. If you soak it in English all day, fluency will become inevitable. Hack number 2, the 3-minute voice note challenge. This one is fun and powerful. Every day, open your phone's recorder and talk for 3 minutes in English. Pick any topic. What did I learn today? My biggest dream. A movie I watched. My opinion on something. Just press record and speak. No filters. No editing. Just you and your voice. Then listen back. This exercise helps in 3 ways. It improves your speaking flow. It helps you track your progress over time. It kills the fear of hearing your own voice. Pro tip: don't judge your voice. It's your voice, and it's beautiful because it carries your story. Hack number 3, use the 80-20 rule. Here's the deal. You don't need to know every word in the English language. In fact, 80% of your daily conversations come from just 20% of the most common English words. So focus on mastering that 20%. Here are some of those powerful everyday verbs and phrases. Go, take, give, want, need, know, think, make, do. I'm not sure. Let me think. Can you repeat that? What do you mean by that? Mastering these basics makes you sound natural and fluent, even before you start using advanced vocabulary. Hack number 4. Practice with real people, even strangers. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's also life-changing. Find a speaking partner online. Use free apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, Speaky, Conversation Exchange. These apps connect you with real people around the world who also want to practice English. You'll meet people from Brazil, Japan, France, Nigeria, India, and guess what? They're all learning just like you. Here's the magic. When you speak with non-native speakers, the fear of being judged melts away because you're both learning. It becomes a friendly exchange. Start with simple texts, then try voice messages, then short calls. Take it one step at a time. Hack number 5, stop translating in your head. This one is a big problem for many learners. You think in your native language, then translate it into English, and by that time, the conversation has moved on. So how do we fix this? We train your brain to think in English. Here are 3 mini exercises to help. Name everything in English. Wherever you go, name things you see. Table, chair, blue wall, 2 windows, fan spinning. This builds English thinking. Talk to yourself in English. While cooking or walking, say what you're doing. I'm cutting tomatoes. Now I'm adding salt. The oil is hot. It feels silly, but it works like magic. Use English for your inner thoughts. Start thinking in English about your plans, feelings, or memories. I need to study tonight. Why was I sad today? That memory made me smile. Little by little, you'll stop needing translation, and English will flow naturally. Hack number 6, embrace the awkward stage. Look, let's be real. There's always an awkward stage in speaking. You know the words, but they don't come out right. You pause, you forget, you panic. That's normal. It's like learning to ride a bicycle. You wobble, you fall. But one day, boom, you're flying. Confidence comes after the awkward stage, not before it. So don't quit. Stay in the game. Every speaker you admire today, whether it's a YouTuber, actor, or author, was once a beginner. Number 7, tell your story in English. This is one of the deepest ways to build both fluency and confidence. Start telling your story in English, piece by piece. Begin with, my name is, I was born in, I remember when I was a child, I always wanted to. My biggest challenge was, but I overcame it by. Telling your personal story makes your learning emotional. It connects language with meaning. And when emotion enters learning, memory improves and confidence skyrockets. Record it, write it, say it to a friend, or even share it online. The moment you say, this is who I am in English, something magical happens. You own the language. It becomes a part of your identity. Hack number 8. Stop comparing, start celebrating. Comparison is the thief of joy and confidence. You might look at others and think, wow, she speaks so fluently. He has such a good accent. I'll never be like them. But what you don't see is the hours they've spent practicing, failing, and learning, just like you. Your journey is yours. Your accent is a reflection of your roots. Your mistakes are signs that you're trying. Instead of comparing, start celebrating. Celebrate your first full sentence. Celebrate your first conversation. Celebrate your first voice note. These are victories. These are milestones. And every celebration builds confidence. Hack number 9. Become your own coach. When you rely only on teachers or classes to improve, you limit your growth. But when you become your own coach, your progress becomes unstoppable. Here's how to coach yourself. After speaking, reflect. What did I do well? What could I say better next time? Keep a journal of your mistakes, not to judge yourself, but to learn from them. Set weekly speaking goals. This week, I'll use 3 new phrases in conversation. Today, I'll talk for 4 minutes without stopping. This mindset turns you into a self-led learner. And confident speakers? They coach themselves daily. Hack number 10. Speak before you're ready. This is the most important confidence hack of all. You'll never feel ready. You'll never know everything before you start. So start anyway. Raise your hand even when you're unsure. Join that conversation. Take that interview. Say yes to that opportunity. The moment you speak before you're ready is the moment you grow beyond fear. The emotional connection to English. Now, let's talk about something even deeper, the emotional connection to English. A lot of learners feel like English is just a subject, a bunch of grammar rules and word lists. But English is more than that. It's a bridge. It's the bridge between you and the world, between your dreams and reality, between who you are and who you want to be. As when you speak English, you're not just learning a language, you're giving yourself freedom. Freedom to express, to connect, to explore. Here's a question for you. Why do you want to speak English fluently? Is it to get a better job? Travel the world? Study abroad? Make international friends? Start a YouTube channel? Hold that reason close. Write it down. Make it your wallpaper. Remind yourself every single day, because when your why is strong, your fear becomes weak. A final challenge for you. Let's bring everything together. Starting today, I want you to commit to this 7-day confidence challenge. Day 1, mirror talk for 5 minutes. Day 2, record a 3-minute voice note. Day 3, do 10 minutes of shadowing. Day 4, change one app or device setting to English. Day 5, join an online English learner group and comment. Day 6, have a short voice or video call with a learner or tutor. Day 7, tell a short personal story in English. Do this challenge, and I promise, your confidence will shift. You'll feel the change inside you. And when you feel it, you'll believe it. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with one last story. There was a boy named Samuel from a remote village. No one around him spoke English. He didn't have a smartphone or internet, but he had a dream to become a tour guide for international travelers. Every day, he would walk 5 kilometers to a small library to read English books. He practiced speaking with trees. Yes, trees. He pretended the trees were tourists and gave them tours of his village in English. Years later, he got a job in a big city. Today, he speaks fluent English and leads tours for people from all over the world. And when people ask him, "How did you become so confident in English?" he smiles and says, "I spoke to trees until I spoke to people." That's the spirit I want you to have. Speak scared, speak messy, speak anyway. Because with every word you say, you are planting seeds of fluency, and one day they'll bloom into a forest of confidence. Let's wrap it up. You now have the tools, the mindset, the hacks, the exercises, but most importantly, you have the belief. So don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for someone to invite you to speak. This is your invitation. This is your moment. This is your voice. And the world is waiting to hear it. You are not behind. You are not slow. You are not bad at English. You are a learner. You are growing. You are powerful. And you, my friend, are already becoming the confident English speaker you were meant to be. Keep speaking. Keep believing. Keep shining. This is Englicity, and I'm your host, cheering for you every step of the way. Until next time, keep learning, keep living English.